Spreaker's up with us right now. We on YouTube. We on Facebook. We on D-Live. We on Twitch, of course. Twitch. Shouts out to the Twitch. Man. So let's see what else is coming on. And, then we might interrupt it. But that was Riz. Oh, man. Oh, I love this song. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Great Umoja fam. What? Burning up the CPU right now. We only at 25 frames per second. But we about to update this week. Man. We ain't dropped no frames this morning. We got us a good signal. But I'm still off. But I'm working on that too. She lost her voice. Could barely breathe. Her heart is losing speed. Pitiful. Can't stand alone. What can she do? What can she say? Anybody been with this woman, been with this song here? Oh my God. I've been here so many times. I'm off balance. Shouts out to Storm 9000. Damn, boy. He still ain't got in contact with me to let me know who this is, man. Ooh. Welcome to Gye-Nyame Journey, family. It's a time for us to get this started. It's time for us to toast these ancestors and have some conversation. Man's nation building time all the time here at Gye-Nyame Journey. All the time. All the time. Man, great day to each and every last one of you. I want to say great Umoja to the family. And as you know, we got to go and follow the protocols. There's protocols around here. You know what I'm saying? There's an order to how things flow. So let's get it popping off. Drink your water. Man, it's a great, great, great day to be here with you, family. I'm so glad. I am so glad that we are able to get up here and toast every day. My goodness, my goodness. Dr. Kelsey's book is almost done. Brother Jao Calhoun reached out. We're working on getting his little pieces together. He got a couple of special reports coming out. You know what I'm saying? Brother Charles, C. Earl Campbell got it popping off. He got the Sambo Must Go song. Sambo's got to go. Sambo's got to go. That shit, man. I like that shit. I am sorry. Man, Sambo's got to go. I be so mad because I can't hear it from this side. When I play the commercial, I can't hear it. And I be like, damn. So I am going to put Sambo Got to Go on the Gye-Nyame Journey playlist so that, you know, sometime in the morning when we starting, that's going to be one of the songs that pop up, man. I'm sorry. That song is so relevant right now, right? Because we got people doing the, how can I put it? I'm satisfied that people are at least saying something. I know a lot of people get upset. Oh, now's not the time. Black agenda, now's not the time. But we always face some type of emergency where we have to vote right now. It's always stuff for black folks where it's always got to be done right now. It's life or death. Remember Diddy? Now he's saying, our vote is a business deal type thing. But at one point in time it was vote or die. I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't that one I wasn't with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, vote or die. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to it, we getting different flavors of white supremacy. Both of them in the end is striving to dominate. So what we get a choice to do, what we get to choose is which branch of white supremacy we're going to allow to run this right now. And, and I understand when brothers are starting to get to a point where they're like, I don't want either one. Family, listen to it. Now, the important work starts now. Because unfortunately, November be looking us in the face, and many of us is going to have to go to the polls. I'm not here to tell you what you should do. You know what I'm saying? You got to vote your interest. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your interests are. Be true to who you are and be true to your people. Right? But I can't tell you what I'm going to do. I ain't going to tell you right now, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but during this last campaign within Ohio, it was something that I was blessed to learn, and it was my ignorance. When I went to the polls to cast my vote, those that's out there, y'all know who I went and voted for. Specifically, I went to go vote for them. I saw a whole bunch of names of people going for positions that I didn't know existed that were absolutely unopposed. I didn't know that this many positions just in this city requires a public vote. And I was shocked that many of those positions were unopposed. And what that told me is that I, myself, have a lot to learn about the city, the county, and the state, and how they are run. I think one of the major pieces that we really have to start focusing on is some real political education. Because now it's to a point now where I'm starting to realize it's not just enough to get somebody in office. We need to get somebody in office that know about the goddamn office and know about the other offices that are around them. We need to start really educating ourselves and educating our children and really get them built up in understanding the political art, the art of politics, right? Because politics, whether you know it or not, politics protects money. Politics chooses winners and losers. And for a long time, we haven't been getting chose. Being the founder of Mac, Man Acquiring Courage and Knowledge, one of the theme songs for Mac was I Choose You. Right? The goal of the Mac is to be chose. And family, we ain't been getting chose, and that shit don't feel good. Right? Or at least we ain't been getting chose for the right shit. We getting chose for prison. We getting chose for unemployment. We getting chose for high rates of diabetes and food deserts. We getting chose by the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't build a good stable on what we've been getting chose by. We need some winning horses. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna get in this race of life, so we have to start going and really, really work on educating ourselves on this political process. And there are people in our community and in our circle that has the know-how. Not only that can go on and educate you about how this political system works and how it directly affects you, but how to take office. Almost every seat, if not every seat, for city council will be coming up in 2023. I know y'all like, brother, I think we still got to think about the presidential election. Yeah, we do. And we're going to continue talking about that. But that don't stop us from a long-term strategy and formulating a real, how can I put it, organization that is focused on politically educating our people, politically educating the masses so that they know, you know what I'm saying, because listen, what we have to do, we have to force people's hands so that they can be 100% honest with us. Because people don't really, a lot of times people don't get honest with you till you piss them off. And as black people, we need to hear what's really on some of these politicians' minds. Because they don't have our best interests at heart. We know this, but they just don't say it because they don't say it. We're satisfied with them not saying it, so we continue doing the same shit that we was doing before. We got to have the people that are able to get up in these people's face. We have to have the people that's able to go up into these offices and have the negotiations that we need to have so that we can start getting what we need. Because so many different philosophies. And I listen to a lot of people. And I'm evaluating, and I'm using what I know, my little common, or what they call common sense, or my little sense, because I don't believe in common sense. My little sense, a little from my experiences in life, and because it's like a lot of people is like, you down with us or you ain't down with nothing. Are they buffoons or they coons? And I understand that if we was to compare life to chess, right? There's a reason you have different pieces with different skills. If you are facing an opponent where everybody is the same and everybody is making the same moves, it'll be easy to take them out. But when a person got a knight that moves in the air, and a bishop that moves in angles, and a rook that moves and that can move all the way across the board in a straight line. And they work all these angles together. And then on top of that, you got a queen that could move straight. She could move straight like the she could move straight like the rook, or she could go in angles like the bishop, like religion. Religion hits you in angles. Property hits you straight on. Right? Knights and police officers catch you in L's, or give you a L. And then you got that queen. All these moves, all of them move in different directions and in different ways, but they all work for the same team. All of them are striving to make sure that their color come out on top, if they have the right coach or the right person moving them. You know, I'm not one that believe in exclusivity when it comes to how we get to where we going. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's no one way. I never thought there was one way for anything. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's very few things where there's just one way of doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody, in a sense, picks up their own way of doing it. Long as you get to the destination. And long as you know, in our crew, long as you follow those principles, you on that meiotic shit. Because of course there's some crooked ways that you could get there. It's some crazy angles that you could get there. You know what I'm saying? But it's all in how you get there for us. You know what I'm saying? And really getting there. So, but anyway, I just wanted to say that. And then we're going to get into this toast. So, yesterday, I made some deliveries. Yep, of the ambrosia. And Sister Cynthia, like, you know, she had an old bottle in the refrigerator. This has been sitting in there for months. And she was scared. She's like, oh, she's scared. I want a new one. I said, you don't want to pour it? She said, no, I want a new one. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to taste. And I opened it. It was cool because she couldn't get the top off either. So, you know, I got the top off. And actually, this is one of the bottles that was gifted to me by Brother Shaka. So, you know, like I said, we practice the recycling game on here. So those of you that be having bottles, please know that, you know, when I come back, if you had the bottles, you get a certain amount for it. You get a certain amount for a gallon. These gallons is $1. The half gallons is 50 cents. And the brown bottles also give you $1 off in exchange. So, we got to go on and do some recycling. Like that reciprocity. I keep telling y'all, man. Whoa! Who's that? Corn Snake 87. What's up, Corn Snake 87? Thank you for joining us. If you have ancestors that you want us to toast, by all means. Here, let me go and put the instructions on there for you. You know, we salute our ancestors every morning. Oh my God. Something wrong with my computer, man. But we working on it. My restream chat will not pop up on my other computer. So let me go on and do it over here on this Chromebook. DT, let's see. There we go. All right, if you have any, if you are new and you want your ancestors added to our daily toaster list, just post it up in the chat and I will get them and I will post them up. And once again, I'm talking that smack, but I forgot to write down my own family member. Shame on me. Right? But all right, family, here we go. First off, call on the creator by whatever name you choose. Call that creator. We lift up our glass. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator. And we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our list of our ancestors, our personal ancestors. So we raise our glass and we salute those personal ancestors upon whom shoulder we directly stand. Right? Remember those grandmothers and those grandfathers, those mothers and those fathers, those aunts and those uncles, those brothers and those sisters and those cousins. And those very, very close friends that blessed us in our life and helped us become who we are today. We raise our glass and we salute them. From there, we move to our list, and I'm going to go as far as I can. Then I'll pull out the list, and we'll move to the Black Book as well. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin Alexander Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, let me start over. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin Alexander Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Aunt Fiend, Uncle Chris, oh, God. My mind is not firing. The synapses is not connecting. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert Alexander Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, George and William Walton, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamar Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Sapet, Mile, Rob, Malika Pacour, Dr. Marion Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William, Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian. Gotta go by the list this morning, family. It's just not, everything is not lining up. Because I missed Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Wash Ellis Jr. Good grief. I'm slipping today. So we're going to start off with the Luxter brothers, Busy, the Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, John Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rennerman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Del Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, Beatty, Sarah Well, Evita Farmer, Augusto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachta Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lovina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Elder Vesta, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brandon Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We have William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, East Waters, DeFritas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanner Bay, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Ada Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Wazzle Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Junko Shea, George, and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Jeannie Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, I'm Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Euler and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet, Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatstack, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Audie Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Edward Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carley, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Maria Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Don Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. All right, we move on to the Black Book. We got Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Porter, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shank Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundle, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clay, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Munger III, Tamara Dottie, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jashandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Towton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Justin Carl White, Desi Woods, T.L.R. Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Kofer, Ozell Leathers Jr. I don't know what I'm doing here. Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Sabre Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, and the one ancestor I never called my mom back about. I'll get on that today. All right, family. We raise our glass. We salute those ancestors. And we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to the present moment. Where are we right now? Right now, we are on a day that's called Umoja. We want to give all of our Umoja babies, our Umoja children, our Umoja men and women a round of applause. It's your day. Alright, so we know that on a daily basis, I ask you to activate those reticular formations, family, and I ask you to get out, and I ask you to seek out Umoja, even in your confined state. It's there. We have to be willing to look for our principles. We got to find our principles, right? So, for those that don't speak the language, Umoja means unity. Truth is the hermetic law of the day. Violet is the color. You like, brother, I tell you, I got on violet. There you go, right there. It's kind of cool, so I need a long sleeve shirt. Plus, I like this Daily Toaster shirt. Is every now and then I can find it, during quarantine times. Different people be in and out with my shirts. So I'm in trouble when my daughters get older. Man. All right. Mentalism is the hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kwojo. Female name is Ajua. Right, family? So we raise up our glass for this present moment, realizing the power that's in this moment, realizing that we had the power to utilize this moment and move with it and make changes in the world. So let's go on and harness the power in the moment, and we salute it, and we become conscious of it, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to our future generations. We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity, because we always was and we always will be. And remember, we're generational people, so we got to fix it right now in the moment so that we don't come back and reincarnate, whatever you want to call it, come back through our generation, come back through our bloodline, back into a messed up situation. We got to fix it. We got to fix it. So we raise our glass to those future generations. We say Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations. We raise our glass and we say Ashe. I smell you, baby. You smell like a little bit of cinnamon. All right. Lift you up. All right. From all of our relation family, we move to that selfish toast. This is for you. What is it that you need right now in this moment to move towards your personal greatness? Right? We raise our glass, we salute, and we say Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most beautiful, the most uplifting, the most inspiring individual in the room. And yes, y'all, that's you. I toast you, we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. So let me get a sip, and then we're going to jump into this. We're going to jump into this news, because there's some stuff popping off in the world. I want us to take a look at on the news feed. Gye-Nyame journey. Oh, that's not bad. It do taste like it's got a little bit of cinnamon, but the way she let it age was she put it in the refrigerator. So this stayed in the refrigerator the whole time, so it wasn't able to. It's still moving towards the whole vinegar state, but it's moving extremely slow. So this is well aged. The COVID killer. I got the COVID killer. Family, now, remember, please, I always have to rehash. Remember why I call it that ambrosia, right? Because when you read mythology, especially Greek mythology, you find out that the gods were not immortal. It was their food that made them immortal. And that food was called that ambrosia. Right? We wouldn't call it that ambrosia. It was called ambrosia. It was the food that made them. So I want you to understand the connection between diet and health. It wasn't that the gods was immortal. It was the food that they had access that made them immortal. Now, it kind of helps you bring some sense to why you would want food deserts with certain groups of people. Because if it's the food that could make you immortal, then why, oh why would I want you to have any true interaction with your food? Why wouldn't I want to process your food? Right? Why would I want, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make organic vegetables more expensive than, you know what I'm saying, than other vegetables. I don't care, you know what, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make life so easy for you that you feel that you don't have time, nor do you need to tend to your own gardens and grow your own food. It's the food that made the gods immortal. That ambrosia, right? So, you know, like I said, you know, I might not be the best farmer, because y'all seen my little, me and Cleve's little bell peppers, you know, we do all right on the greens, though. We do all right on those greens. But anyway, you know, this is one of those things, one of those projects that I did. And shit, you know, I produced this. Lord have mercy. Now, but this one, I used the old process of one sitting. You know what I'm saying? It's like boom, I let the SCOBY do his thing, take the SCOBY out, then put it in a bottle. But this, you know, the batch that I'm doing now, this batch right here, go through 2 rounds of honey, which is gonna make it a little bit more expensive in the future. But I ain't take the price up on my family right now. You know, we in hard times. But the process is a little bit more expensive because I have to use damn near, I have to almost double the honey. I'm gonna experiment and try to get it somewhere within, you know, to keep it pretty much the same. But yo, family, this, you know, hopefully, let me make sure that y'all seeing what I'm seeing. Make sure y'all seeing what I'm seeing. Good God Almighty. They way behind on Twitch. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe I'm messed up. Nah, I'm not messed up. Alright. Let's see. How about Facebook? Where we at on Facebook? Alright. Well, anyway, I gotta check where we are. Damn, we behind on Facebook too. What's going on? Let's see. Did the stream stop? I'm sitting up here wondering if my stream stopped. Let me go on back over here and see if my stream shut down. No, it say we still live. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, cool. Where we at on Facebook? All right, cool. All right. I hear it now. All right. Y'all hear me in the background? I gotta check where we are. There we go. All right, cool. I wanted to make sure, and thank you, Kwame. I see the message. I gotta go over here to this computer because the message ain't. You are on also Germs, my brother. What you mean? What you mean generous? Well, you know, I try to be. But anyway, what are you talking about? Because I know it's some type of double entendre or some type of trick math meaning in that shit somewhere. I know it's something. I ain't falling for your tricks, Black Yoda, because you talk backwards any damn way. You know, you ain't gonna get me with that trick. We are also, I was kicked off for a few minutes. I did not kick you off, man. I did not kick you off. But anyway, family, you know, if y'all got comments, go and post them up. I should be able to see them a little bit. But anyway, let's go down the timeline, the news timeline. And family, any news that you want us to cover here on Gye-Nyame Journey, like I said, we are citizen reporters. You know what I'm saying? We provide, you provide what we discuss on Gye-Nyame Journey. I find stuff I like, I post it up. But you know, I know what I like. I don't know necessarily what you like, and I want to make sure I bring you some of the information and some of the news that you like. And we are in the process of, like I said, man, during this shutdown, because it's gonna last a while, family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in some form or fashion, and a lot of stuff is going to not be the same for a little while. We are working on what we're calling a DigiFest, and right now we're talking to speakers. So be on the lookout and be prepared to hear about the DigiFest. Family, I want to thank all those that have become supporters, and you will see your name on the supporter wall. It takes me a little while to kind of update it because so I got some more support. We got some more supporters this weekend. We're gonna have some private classes coming out for our supporters. Some private shows coming out for them, as well as some lessons on how to use some of this social media, because one of the things that we're noticing is that we're not using social media to its full extent. We're pushing stuff up to the top that we don't need to push up to the top. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with stuff that we don't really need to be dealing with. I mean, and I understand some fuckery and some bitchcraft. It's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But when that's all that you posting, especially when you got influence, you know what I'm saying? Why is it? But I understand. I understand. But I'm gonna get an algorithm. I'm gonna get an algorithm a little bit more. We're gonna test the algorithm just a little bit more, because you need to understand the power of your like and your share. When you like and you share something, what you are telling the computers and you're telling those algorithms that are forming is that I took time. I feel that this is worth time. So this means that a few people on your timeline is also going to get an opportunity to see. And maybe, and that's how you get stuff to start becoming viral, because it's like you have a whole crew of individuals that are like, look, this was important enough for me to stress my eye muscles on and to look at for a couple of minutes. So to help Gye-Nyame Journey grow, we have to start liking, sharing, you know what I'm saying? Liking, sharing, and subscribing. Like and share, if nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Stop in, like, and share. All right, so let's see where we at. All right. So they got the numbers. So we're going to start pushing Doc stuff real soon, because I am waiting for the final word from Mama Kelsey, because Doc did the writing. Mama Kelsey is doing the editing, and she is no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Tahuti over there doing, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like she Tahuti. She like move this period, and I'm loving this shit because it's like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to see that complementary, that complementary relationship right there. Doc put this out, right? He sent it to me, right? I looked at it, I put it together. I said, go and check it out. He said, my wife is going to check it out. So I sent it back, and she's sending the corrections, and she's sending the corrections, and she's sending the corrections. And she wants to make sure that her family is represented correctly. And that is so beautiful. I mean, it's a balance. It's crazy, man. And it's like, and I get to see that in motion. We're talking about 11 steps on how to organize African-centered organizations, and I get to see the 11 steps at work. Why the special report is being corrected. You understand what I'm saying? Doc just stepped back. He like, yo, hey, listen to her. Move that period. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Because he started laughing. He said, my wife done sent some adjustments. So at first I got a little single page. I said, this it? He said, I heard in the background, I said, no, it wasn't no one page. So I had to go deeper into the email. I said, oh, God. Lord have mercy. But the book is going to be put together nice. Mama Kelsey is making sure everything is aligned so that you can get the message clearly. And it's a special report, and you're going to be able to have access to it, and we will be springing it out, hopefully sometime this week. I'm not in a hurry. I just want to make sure it's right so I can make sure that the people get what they need, right? Gye-Nyame Journey is going to buy, of course, Gye-Nyame Journey is going to buy some for the family that are already supporters. So all the supporters, you will get yourself a copy of the book. So if you're a supporter, when it comes directly from Gye-Nyame Journey or comes through Gye-Nyame Journey in a way that is coming through with the Baba, be aware and know that as a supporter, you have already, you know what I'm saying, that's one of the gifts that we're giving to you in exchange for you trusting us enough to help us build. I guess I got kicked off again. A lot of calls and line dropping lately. Hey, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. So, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. We changed the title too. But let me tell you this. I'm going to give y'all a little shortcut. Those that are not supporters or direct tribe members, y'all need to get with me so we could go on and make some arrangements because we're going to have to break this bread. But anyway, it's going to be MaribaKelsey.com. Let me say that again. Oh, you got it. I mean, it's dope, right? Right? Listen, this is what Gye-Nyame do, right? Listen, family, I've been studying, right? Philip Shock Matthews took me and brushed off the dust. Like, brother, you got the right idea. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like that movie with Johnny Depp when he was playing that dope dealer. And he was flying marijuana from Mexico. And he got caught and he was in prison. And he was talking with a dude from Colombia, I guess he was from. And homeboy, he was bragging about, Johnny Depp was bragging about all the weed that he was flying in. And he was talking to the dude. And the dude said, man, you got the right vision. He said, you got the right idea, wrong product. He said, what you mean? You making all this? I made all this money off this weed. He said, dude, you know, but the point is, I had the right idea, wrong product, wrong way of marketing, wrong way of doing it. And what Philip Shock Matthews was able to do was to dust me off and be like, bro, you got all the right shit. You got all, because everything he was talking about I already had. But he was like, you haven't organized wrong. Let me help you. Let me show you this Umoja concept. And let's build, right? And I'm like, cool. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And we got busy, right? And every dime of it, every dime that I paid, because like I said, he was going to give it to me for free. See, this is what I talk about when I mean reciprocity. I want you to understand, family, I'm not just talking to you. I'm living this. He was going to give it to me for free. He said, brother, all you got to do is adjust this, boom, boom, boom. And I could have wrote all that shit down right there on that call and never called him back. But I said, no, dude, this is what you do. How much? He said, well, if you want to be part of the program, you don't need to be part of the program because you know what I mean? Because the way I had shit laid out, he was like, dude, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even have to work that long because all he had to do was look, boom, let's align this, boom, boom, boom. I said, cool, how much though? And the piece that I'm saying is we have to be like that with each other because this brother was willing to give me the game for free. But I said, no, dude, no. We're going to take some time. We're going to build this up. And I'm going to make sure that I get, because I knew that if I did that for him, with him, right, I'm starting a cycle of reciprocity. So now let me tell you how I paid off, right? So I'm like, boom, we about to do DigiFest. And I've been screaming on this channel about us talking about Umoja. So I called him. I said, hey, man, how much you going to charge me to do DigiFest? He said, well, how y'all making money? I said, we're not making money. We usually do free festivals, so we're going to do the DigiFest online for free. He said, my brother, I'll do that shit for you for free. That's going to help you. Y'all ain't making no money. So how you gonna pay me? I said, well, we got a little bit, but don't worry about that. I got you. So I gave him the wrong date. I said May 20th. So he wrote it down. Boom, boom, boom. I texted him back. I said, man, that's the wrong date. He said, don't worry about it. I got you. Boom. 620. What else you need? Right? And by the way, he said, and by the way, brother, I gotta know it's a whole nother level up here. Me and you need to talk. So I'm like, cool. So I'm about to hook back up, and we about to go on. And he said we've taken Ugenomics to a whole nother level. So family, it's about to come. I'm about to bring it to you. But the point that I'm trying to make is this: at Gye-Nyame, not only am I doing the daily toast and doing little shows like this, but I'm motivating other people to start becoming content creators so that we can have more stuff on Gye-Nyame Journey and have more stuff available for you. And I'm also talking to people about putting their stories down or their lessons, because we got so many successful people that you would not even know right here in Columbus. Right here in Columbus. They got information, they're making shit happen, and we don't even know it because we're looking for it to come from the East Coast, or we're looking for it to come from the West Coast, and we're looking right past those people that be right in our face. Right past it. Right? And they have answers, and they have things that work. And the thing that I'm trying to motivate every last one of them to do, if you don't, let's do an ebook. Let's do an e-course. Let's start a show. Because for me, the goal for me is I love what I do as far as working with the young ones. But I feel that this right here is just a little bit more important. Why? Because it's not the children that we have problems with. My children are acting out and imitating the adults that's around them. So I need to be reaching adults. I need to be talking to adults. I need to be putting information out there for adults so that when it's time for us to really hammer the facts home, hammer the shit down, right? People won't be having all these excuses and be able to say, well, I didn't know. I didn't know. No, dog. Hold on, dog. Hold on. Now you chose not to know. You understand what I'm saying? So boom. So family, if you out there and you are up under the sound of my voice, or with the sound of my voice, and you have something that you want to share, you have a show you want to create, you have an ebook that you want to do, you have an e-course that you want to put together, get at your brother. Get at your brother. We'll put it together. Because like I said, the supporters already are letting you know that they want to support what you're doing, because they looking at you, they looking at a crazy old man get up on here and watch me for 5 years talk to my goddamn self every day. They say there's some consistency about that. But then they turn around and they see that I'm still able in some form of fashion to get young people to simple. They see that I'm still in some form of fashion able to do some type of camp at least once, if not twice a year here, close to us. They see that I'm able to do the warrior training and consistently keep that going and end up feeding kids. They see what we doing. So it's undeniable. It's undeniable. So it's like, boom. So they already know they're investing in something. They're not even, they're investing in something. And they know they're going to get something back. Why? Because we constantly deliver. Constantly. Right now, I'm just too old to be shy. I got, I'm working around people right now that are incredible. They just shy. That's it. They're like, I don't know if I want to get on there. And that's cool. Cool. I'll do it until you're ready to step up. Maybe even Brother Hatil might need to have an accident or something where y'all going to be forced to have to get up here and start creating content for Gye-Nyame Journey so that we can keep this thing moving. I hope not. But if something do happen to me, y'all will be held responsible for that shit, because when I get up out the hospital bed or whatever, I'm kicking some ass. Just letting the family know. You know what I'm saying? Not talking to the supporters. I'm talking to direct tribal members. In no form or fashion can we let the daily toast slip. It could be late, but it do not need to be missed. That means that if Brother Hatim is not able to do it, either one of the older brothers or sisters got to do it, or we got to get one of the young people to grab this goddamn list and get up on here and salute our ancestors. Because that is the foundation of everything that we doing. Because this show right here is what the rest of it is built off. Because the people have been seeing me, even though they don't watch. They've been seeing us. They've been seeing Gye-Nyame Journey represented every morning doing this. They know we're going to be here. Right? So anyway. So Dr. Kelsey's book coming out. I don't even know how I got on that. They say you could reach up to 4,997 people daily when you finish boosting your video. Toast and Talk Umoja, come and like. Well, what is this? Okay, so they talking about this ain't Toast and Talk Umoja. What are they talking about? Oh, they talking about down here. I don't know. Oh. Alright, cool. But we're gonna take care of this and we're gonna boost it. But we wanna make sure we got the video. Now, it begins, family. So we heard about the milk. We heard about the eggs. We know about the other plants, the plants that's out there that's being plowed under because they can't sell all this stuff. We know about the food that's rotting in piles right now. But it starts here in Columbus now, right? Coronavirus in Ohio. Kroger limits customers' meat purchases in Columbus area stores. I don't eat meat. So I'm not really, for me, this is not really a big thing. But I do understand that it will spill over and affect me. Right now, let's see why Kroger's is limiting the amount of meat you could buy. Hopefully those of you that's out there that's thinking, this is from the Columbus Dispatch. I only got a couple of seconds before they blocked me because I said I was going to get a subscription. I didn't get a subscription because their subscriptions is more expensive than New York Times. And but I got to support my city. So Gye-Nyame is going to go on and bite the goddamn bullet. And somebody that knows somebody in Columbus, they make you jump through too many hoops to even get registered. Kroger stores in Central Ohio have begun to limit customers' purchase of ground beef, chicken, and fresh pork. The limit on hours per shopping trip is in response to the closure of meatpacking plants around the United States due to the coronavirus outbreak. So many of y'all that think that this shit might be done. We're looking at something quite different here, right? We're looking at a domino effect that we're going to have to deal with long after this period right here. The limit on items per shopping trip is response to the closure of meatpacking plants around the United States due to coronavirus. At Kroger's, we feel good about our ability to maintain a broad assortment of meat and seafood for our customers because we purchase protein from a diverse network of suppliers. A statement read in part, there is plenty of protein in the supply chain. However, some processors are experiencing challenges. I mean, that was fancy talk for don't just say you ain't got enough meat. I mean, they always got fancy talk. Kroger was his base in Cincinnati, also has enacted similar policies for stores in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio. So they're slowing down the amount of meat that people are buying because they don't want to rush on the stores, family. We got to understand this, right? Because people gonna start panicking. You know how, just like with toilet paper. Motherfuckers gonna be running the store fighting over ground beef. So I just want y'all to know. So, you want to get you some beef. Go to grandma's house, get that beef she froze 3 years ago. Because you know how black folks be doing it. Some of y'all got beef that's older than your children. Down there deep down in that deep freezer. Just go and pull that shit out. Because you might need it if you're a meat eater. You see how they blacking me out? Alright. So, see, oh man. I didn't mean to do that. Did y'all see that? It said 99 cents for 1 week. See, I'm looking for those type of deals. All right, let's keep it moving. U.S. stimulus check plans for a second round of payments. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Y'all think some more payments are coming? And how they coming? Let me know what y'all think. Go and write it up in there. Could you personally use another round of payments? Could you use rounds of payment? Because there are some bills that are being written up right now where they are trying to give each adult member $2,000 and $500 for each kid, I think, for the next 6 months. And then after we come out of the emergency, they want to break it down to, for at least the next 12 months, to about $1,000 a month to help the economy recover. Because the issue is they got to keep us spending. In order to keep the dollar strong, there has to be use with it. But now I got a question. Because you remember when after all these times you had people talking about how there wasn't no money, blah, blah, blah. And they just went out and they printed all this money. Hopefully, y'all already know that this is going to have some detrimental impact on our economy overall eventually. Right? But why they couldn't just print money like this and start paying teachers extra money? I'm just talking about teachers. I ain't talking about administrators. I'm talking about like giving teachers like a $20,000 tax credit. So that means now, maybe I'm not thinking about tax credit right, but as a teacher, if you are able to prove that you are a teacher, when you file your taxes, you get an extra $20,000. So anything that you owe, right, from your taxes, if you can't cover it with your money that you made, they'll take it out that $20,000 and give you the change. But if you square up at the end of the year, you got an extra $20,000 coming. They could have did that for every teacher in the country. This is what they're showing us. They're showing us that they could have been paid reparations. They just chose not to. There's not a political will. There's not a political will in America to do anything except some emergency shit. And if we continue to allow politicians to only be in there and who are able to be reactive rather than proactive and creative, because you can't keep doing the same shit expecting different results. But then that brings up the question, maybe they don't want different results. Just think about it. Maybe they don't want different results. Maybe they don't want better teachers for our kids. Maybe they don't want better infrastructure. Maybe they don't want, you know what I'm saying, people to stay out of jail. I mean, come on now. Oh, Asia. What is going on with Asia and America? Now, they didn't say this bug is from China. They just said from Asia. But either way, it hasn't been a good year for Asia and America right now. So first, we get the coronavirus. Then we get a 2-foot-tall hornet that's fucking with bees. Now, I'm putting my money. I'm putting my money on the bees. Because they say these things get in there and decimate a hive. Not one of these motherfuckers. Because them bees is going to whoop this American bees. They're going to whoop this hornet's ass. They're going to smother this motherfucker with needles and with body heat. Listen. Come over here mess with these Americans. Get them bees. I'm with you. I'm with the American bees. Darn with what they call them? They call them the murder hornet. That's how big this motherfucker is. It's called them. They say the stinger is so big that it will go through a beekeeper suit. So a beekeeper gonna have to be dressing up like you going to war in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Look how big and ugly this damn thing is. Asia, you have not been a good global partner. Somebody need to say it. China, you have not been a good global partner. All these goddamn t-shirts that I'm buying to support your economy, and you repay me with COVID-19 and a 4-centimeter long wasp called the murder hornet. They got to get this. Where the alarm at? Bring the alarm up. That's fuckery. You get the fuckery alarm. Be aware, be aware. Directly out of China, out of Asia. They only use Asia. They ain't say China, but I'm going to say it. Directly out of China. Straight from China. COVID-19. Now we got murder hornets. Murder hornets. Be aware. Hornets are as big as your pinky. With a stinger long enough to go through jeans. Fuckery alert. Fuckery alert. Be aware. Asia is trying to kill us. Just saying, man. Come on. Keep your shit over there. You know what I'm saying? Send the ramen noodles. Take the hornets back. Shit. My fault. That's Japan. You know. Well, y'all got noodles too. Send some of them. Send some of them good noodles over here. We did a toast talk yesterday. 35 views. 2 shares, family. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Shouts out to Margarita, sister, my elder Margarita. How you doing today? Know you out there. Who else out there? Somebody, I know Brother Kwame out there. Who else out there so I can send you out some shots? Let's say we did Tribe Time. Yeah, 15 views. All right, cool. So I think that might, okay, cool. Here go the news. Maybe it was one more thing that I missed that I wanted to make sure that we covered. Oh, we hit the see more screen. You already know how that go for us, right? Okay. Uh-oh, it went fast. It went fast. Let's see how many screens we are dropping on our stream. Damn, they said we dropped 0 frames this morning. I think my computer heard that I got another computer coming. I ain't gonna throw you away. So, I mean, you gonna work harder, but I ain't gonna throw you away. I'm gonna figure out how to work with you better. Cause you know one of the things I'm finding out in my research on CPUs and building a computer, that you can dedicate. And I didn't know this. And some of y'all that know and didn't tell me, don't be talking about, yeah, you should have known that. You could dedicate certain cores to certain things. So, like, for example, in your computer, you got cores, right? So, like, my machine right here got 4 cores, right? I could dedicate 2 of my cores to one assignment and have the other 2 do another assignment. I didn't know that. And I'm getting an 8-core computer desktop. And you know, shit, I'm about to figure out how to do this. Because if you could, so that means I will be able to dedicate 2 cores out of the 8 to streaming. So the only thing they'll be concerned about is making sure that the stream's straight. And then I had the video card or the graphics card to worry about, you know what I'm saying, to help with the stream, because it's gonna get all of the little background stuff together, and then it's gonna work to make everything smoother. So I'm sitting up here like, damn, we about to blow up here, family. We about to do it for real. All right, let's see. There's no more new. Oh, here we go. How to use Discord. Anybody that because family, we need to educate each other. Here is how to use Discord. So make sure that you check that out. We got a couple of minutes. Let me see, because there's another one in here. Modern day vampire, coronavirus. Okay, cool. We already covered that. Yeah, we covered that. White folks out mad because they can't go, I don't know. They can't be served. That's what that shit is about. How to use Discord. Use Discord to virtually hang out with friends, family. The reason I'm going through this is because at Gye-Nyame Journey, we do have a Discord service. We got a Discord server. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to re-educate a lot of our family on how to use some of the tools that we got. So let's go and check it out. We're kind of in the middle of a thing globally. And while we're fighting it by socially distancing, it's kind of hard to not completely lose it when you can't socialize with friends or loved ones. That's why apps like Discord are saving grace in these trying times. Also, if you look in your Gmail box, when you go to your Gmail, they now just reopened Messenger. So now it's getting crazy now. The competition's getting thick. How Discord has a bit of a reputation as being a chat app for PC games, and while it definitely is that, it's incredibly useful for any groups of people to communicate. Whether you're a group of friends like to play D&D, for you young people that's Dungeons and Dragons online, listen to music together, or even just want to have a nice little group chat, Discord will let you do that. You can even have a group video call with up to 10 people. However, because Discord was created with gaming in mind, the most robust experience is going to be found on a PC and Mac. There's a mobile app which we'll dive into in more details below. But most of the features work best on computers. How to install Discord. Now, so you got instructions on how to install it. I just want to get to some of the better stuff. Create an account. This talks to you about how to create an account. Join a server or create one. Where we go? All right, here we go. Join a server or create one. Once you create an account and you're sitting in Discord, you'll probably notice that it's a bit like a ghost town. You're going to need to join a server. That's why Gye-Nyame Journey. All right. If you already know someone with a server, ask them to send you an invite link. Once they do, all you have to do to join their server is click the link and it'll automatically send you to the server. No extra work on your end. If you don't have a friend inviting you to a server and you're just trying to see what all the Discord hype is about, you could hit the little looking glass icon on the left hand side of the screen to open up a server browser. Here you'll see a bunch of hyper popular servers listed out with a search bar up top where you can search for individual games, esport teams, or whatever else may have a community built around it. If you want to open your own server for you and your friends, hit the plus sign button to go open your own server. Once you hit that, you'll see a dialog pop up on the screen asking you to either create a server or join a server. You can pick join a server and it'll ask you to enter an invite code. Though it's easier to just click the link instead. When you click create a server, it'll transition into a screen where you'll be able to choose a name for your server, along with upload a picture to represent it. Just keep in mind that the size of the picture is limited to 128 pixels by 128. Once that is done, you'll be placed into an empty server. You can create new text channels by pressing the plus sign next to text channel, or a new voice channel by pressing the plus sign next to the voice channel. If you want to add new people to your server, you can right-click the icon for your server on the left-hand side of the screen and select Invite People. From there, you'll be able to invite specific friends or generate an invite link that you can send to anyone to have them join. Play around with your settings. Let's play around with our settings real quick. Once you're inside Discord and you're ready to hop in a voice server and chat with friends, you should take a second to make sure all your settings are on point. Assuming you're a Windows or Mac, you can click the little cog wheel next to your name on the bottom left corner of the screen to enter the settings panel. From here, you'll find settings that will let you change your account information, authorize apps, overlay, and more. However, you probably won't have to mess around with any of this to start, and where we would focus attention at first would be in voice and video. In our Discord time, in our time with Discord, we have had Drinking this stuff bring these little gnats, man. It's crazy. We've had to deal with so many people with audio issues that is not even funny. So before you even think about jumping into a voice chat, click on the voice and video section. Under input and output devices, make sure the device you want to use are selected. This isn't a hard and fast rule, but in our experience, if you join a voice server with the wrong stuff selected, it's possible you'll have to completely quit out of the program and launch it again in order to get it to work right. There's also an option to select your input mode from voice activity to push to talk. If you're just chilling with your friends in the server, having voice activity enabled is probably fine. The background noise kind of adds to the experience. However, if you are gaming with friends, we advise selecting the push to talk to minimize the amount of distracting noises coming in. Customize your server and more. You got that information right there. Discord mobile app, streamlined but full feature. So you're going to check that out. And there we go. You just learned how, and you got instruction on how to join G&J's Media's Discord. Right? This breaks it down. And of course we're gonna have to do a video on it and have a conversation about it and demonstrate the usefulness of it. Because like you can have 10 people chat online, but you can also stream into your server. Which means that I can have a bunch of people that's on the chat piece and be able to serve into a stream into a server and have a private group and stream just like I'm doing right now. Stream straight to that group. Don't have to worry about no outsiders coming because you need to be invited to get in. You need a code to get in, and then inside your server you can have an open area, but you can have a private place within your server where you can have certain people meet. Like for example, in our server we got day rooms. Right? So if you're a Umoja baby, guess what? You got your own room. If you want to go there and chill and just find other Umoja babies. Right? Coochie chocolate baby like myself. I'm going to deck the room out. I ain't had time yet. But I'm going to finish, after I finish doc stuff and, we start building up the supporters and we start getting more time, or I have people, because I want you to understand, part of the support piece is that y'all are going to make it possible for us to give young people jobs year round. And I want you to understand what I mean by jobs, because I ain't mean where they just come and they work for a certain amount of hours and get paid. No, I'm talking about jobs where you get a certain assignment, you complete the assignment, and get paid. I'm not trying to teach my children to hold their time hostage, because that's part of the fuckery that a lot of us is caught into. People just hijack 8 hours of our day. And if they ain't got nothing for you to do in that 8 hours, they'll make shit up for you to do in 8 hours in a day. It's not productive for you or the company. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not teaching my kids to be prisoners of time. I don't believe in that. So I want to pay them per job. Like somebody say, hey, I have a store in Columbus, and a lot of the people that support your channel come to my store, and I would love to do a commercial for your show. We got a young person that could go on, talk with the individual, find out what they want, put it together, and they could receive payment for that. Simple, right? I mean, it's very simple. It's a very simple process. Now, the only place that might be a little bit different is those that will be working in the with the vegetables, that work in the garden and work with the vegetables. We probably have to arrange something. We're working out. But anyway, family, I want to thank you for your time. I'm about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got to be at the adventure by 9 and be out in those streets today. So let me go and get my mind right so I get out in these streets, fight this damn COVID off. And, I'm taking my COVID protector. Let's see. Boom. Let's do that. All right, family. So, good to see you. I'm going to have an updated screen. So, when anybody does a partnership with Gye-Nyame, they'll get their page. Look at that. Right there. Dr. Kelsey's going to get paid. I just want to wait. I'm just waiting for the final word to know that it's done so I can upload the new cover and get his stuff out. Right? So, family, it has been a pleasure chilling with you. And according to this, we have dropped absolutely no frames. But in a minute, we're going to be going at 60 frames per second. 60 frames per second. It's going to be amazing. I'm only doing 720p though. I know a lot of y'all are like, what? Why not 1080? Well, I'm doing 720. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, family. I know. Stop. I know, y'all. I know. It's still gonna look good though. It's gonna look good. It's gonna be super. It's gonna be FD. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's gonna be looking good. But we're gonna have to work on that. We're gonna build toward that. And then also, the other piece is that me and Cleve, right? We're going to venture into building computers. We're gonna build one first, right? A desktop computer. We're gonna build a desktop computer, right? And because it's not even hard. I'm watching the video. It's not even hard. It's just a matter of picking which chip do we want. Do we want to use Intel or do we want to use AMD? You know what I'm saying? There might be some other ones out there that I don't know about. But for as far as the gaming and the streaming and stuff, those are the two best right now. So it's like, So now me and Cleve got to make the decision. So now Cleve got to learn the difference between these chips. And, for him to get out of it what he wants, but be able to deliver what I want, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to really research that, because I could go out and build a computer strictly for the type of streaming I have, because I don't have a gaming stream, right? We're not gaming. The biggest thing we got is letters moving and shit like that. You see this right here. This is what we got moving, right? So I don't need all that stuff to eventually get up to 1080p at 60 frames per second. I could do 1080p at 30 frames per second and be cool. Right? But Cleve, because him and his brothers is going to be gaming, they have to be looking out. You know what I'm saying? How many gigabytes do we need on this on this graphics card? You know what I'm saying? What type of CPU do we need? How many cores are best for gaming and streaming? Right? Can I learn how to isolate certain cores so that they will be distinctively for gaming and some for distinctively for streaming? Right? Can we create this? And this is the challenge that's going to be out there for him, and as well as for myself, right? But then who knows? Maybe somebody else might be like, I seen y'all building can y'all build one for us, for my family? Well, we can help. We'll put the video together to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Because we doing a video on that shit. I'm doing videos on everything. I'm doing videos on everything. And of course, the family of Gye-Nyame, the Gye-Nyame Journey supporters, you're going to get it. So you go and follow exactly what we did. Go out and build your computer. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm going to shut up. But anyway, this is Brother Hytel. It was a pleasure chilling with you. And I am out.